respecting whom I apply to you.
Her size is small. What is her age?
10 years.
So much? Your name, little girl?
Jane Eyre, sir.
Well, Jane Eyre. And are you a good child?
Perhaps. The less said on that subject, the better, Mr. Brockhurst.
Sorry indeed to hear it. She and I must have some talk. Come here. Do you know where the wicked go after death?
They go to hell,
And what is hell?
a pit full of fire.
And should you like to fall into that pit? And to be burning there forever?
No, sir.
What should you do to avoid it?
I must keep in good health and not die.
How can you keep in good health? Children younger than you die daily. I hope that time is from the heart, and that you repent of ever having been the occasion of discomfort to you excellent benefactress. Do you say your prayers night and morning?
Yes, sir.
Do you read your Bible?
Sometimes.
With pleasure? Are you fond of it?
No, sir.
No? Oh, shocking. I have a little boy younger than you, who knows 6 pounds by heart.
Psalms are not interesting.
That proves you have a wicked heart, and you must pray to God to change it.
Sit down, Jane. Mr. Brockhurst, I believe I intimated the letter I wrote to you 3 weeks ago, that this little girl has quite the character and disposition I could wish. Should you admit her into lower school? I should be glad if the superintendent and teachers were requested to keep a strict eye on her, and, above all, to guard against her worst fault, a tendency to deceit. Be silent, Jane. I mentioned this in your hearing, Jane, that you may not attempt to impose on Mr. Brockhurst.
I will, madam. Little girl, here is a book entitled Children's Guide. Read it with prayer, especially that part containing an account of the awfully sudden death of Martha G. Don't worry, Mrs. Reed. I will teach her become a good girl.
Thank you. Go out of the room. Return to the nursery.
I'm not deceitful. If I were, I would say I loved you. But I declare I do not love you. I dislike you the worst of anybody in the world except John Reed. And this book about the lie you may give to your girl, Georgiana. It is she who tells lie and not I.
What more have you to say?
I'm glad you are no relation of mine. I will never call you Anne again as long as I live. I will never come to see you when I grow up, and if anyone asks me how I liked you and how you treat me, I will say the very thought of you makes me sick, and that you treat me with miserable cruelty.
How dare you affirm that, Jane Eyre?
How dare I, Miss Reed? Because it is truth. You think I have no feelings, and that I can do without one bit of love, kindness, but I can live so, and you are no pity. People think you a good woman, but you are bad, hard-hearted. You are deceitful.
Jane, you are under a mistake. What is the matter with you? Why do you tremble so violently? Would you like to drink some water?
No, Miss Reed.
Is there anything else you wish for, Jane? I assure you, I desire to be your friend.
You do not. You told Miss Brockhurst I had a bad character. I will let everybody know what you are.
Jane, you don't understand these things. Children must be correct for their faults.
This is not my fault.
But you're passionate, Jane, and you must allow. Return to the nursery. There's a dear. And lie down a little.
I'm not your dear. I cannot lie down. Send me to school, Mrs. Reed. I had to live here.
We have been good friends, Jane. Have we not?
Yes, sir.
It's a long way to Ireland, Jane. And I'm sorry to send my little friend on such weary travels. But if I can't do better, how is it to be helped? Are you anything akin to me, Jane? Do you think? Because I sometimes have a queer feeling with regard to you, especially when you are near me, as now. If that boisterous channel and the 200 miles or so of land crumble between us, I'm afraid that cord of communion will be snapped. And then I've a nervous notion I should take to bleeding inwardly. As for you, you'd forgot me.
That I never should. I wish I never been born. I wish I never come to Thornfield.
Because you are sorry to leave it?
I love Thornfield. I love it because I have living it a full and delightful life. I have not been trapped out. I have talked face to face with what I reverence, with what I delight in. I have known you, Mr. Rochester. It struck me with terror and agrees to feel I absolutely must be torn from you forever. I see the necessity of departure, and it is like looking on the necessity of death.
Where do you see the necessity?
Where? You, sir, have planned it before me. Miss England, your bride.
My bride? What bride? I have no bride.
But you will have.
Yes, I will.
Then I must go.
No, you must stay. I swear it.
I tell you I must go. Do think because I'm poor, obscure, plain, and little, I'm soulless and heartless? I have as much soul as you, and full as much heart. And if God had given me with some beauty and much wealth, I should have made it as hard for you to leave me, and it's not for me to leave you. It is my spirit that addressed your spirit, just as if both had passed through the grave, and we stood at God's feet, as we are.
As we are. So, Jane,
You are a married man. Let me go. I'm a free human being with an independent will, which I now entreat to leave you.
and you will sure decide your destiny. I offer you my hand, my heart, and share all of my possessions.
You pray first.
I ask you to pass through life at my side, to be my second self and the best earthly companion. Come to my side, Jane.
Your bride stands between us.
My bride's here. My equal is here. My likeness. Will you marry me, Jane? Do you doubt me, Jane?
Entirely.
You have no faith in me, Jane?
Not a whit.